Hey everybody, this is Scott with Trend Punk Product Reviews, and today we are looking at the one, the only Game Boy Color from Nintendo. And as you can see, this thing is all kinds of Nintendo goodness. It looks a lot like the Game Boy, not gonna lie, a little smaller, a little more colorful, which makes sense. But this thing is amazing because first and foremost, it fits in your hand nicely. The screen is really nice. And like I said, it's a small screen, but it's all the screen you're ever going to need. But let's take a look at it. You've got your directional pad. You've got two buttons, your A and B button. You've also got a select and start button in the middle there. And then on the bottom right is your speaker. And this thing actually is a wonderful speaker. I don't know how they put so much power into this thing, but it's great. Now on the side, you've got a volume control. There's also a slot for an external cord. I don't know what you can put in there, but I believe it's so you can link it up with other Game Boy Colors or other devices. On the other side, you've got your on-off switch. On the top, you've got yourself a dimmer button. It's actually touch sensitive. On the bottom, you have a jack for earphones if you'd like. And of course, if you want to plug this thing in with a 3-volt DC cord, you can do so. But if you don't want to plug it in, this takes only 2 AA batteries, and that should give you about 10 hours of playtime, which is actually pretty darn good. So let's look at the games. Now, one of the main things about having a Game Boy Color is it takes all of those old Game Boy games, which you all know are in this gray and yellow look, green, very bland, no color whatsoever. It takes those games and turns them into color. So I am playing a Donkey Kong game here, and this game originally came out for the Game Boy, and I'm playing it in the Game Boy Color, and as you can see here, the color is definitely changed. Now that doesn't mean it only plays original Game Boy games. Of course, they came out with their own games that were fully color enhanced, and those are usually distinguished with different colored cases. And speaking of color, I'm showing you the atomic purple color right now, but it does come in a number of different colors. And I really love it. It's one of my favorite handhelds of all time, if not just for the backwards compatibility with the Game Boy games that I have. So the library is huge. So I would highly recommend this. 2 thumbs up.